Many sex education programs in public and private schools focus solely on abstinence. However, some teens in such programs later find themselves unequipped to handle the challenges they face if they decide abstinence is not the choice for them. In Depth talked to public and private schools to learn more about their programs. Rachel Collins reports.
Sex education programs which advocate abstinence are common among both public and private schools and often funded by the federal government. However, there is some concern as to whether the exclusion of information about condoms and other forms of birth control helps or hurts today's youth.
We adopt the states and the national guidelines for that. We take the approach where we look at abstinence as being the only 100% way against sexually transmitted diseases and teenage pregnancy, obviously. We don't really look at birth control methods.
We're careful about what we present. We want to make sure that we present age-appropriate information at the right time in the young people's lives. Our junior hires participated in the More to Life program, and it's supported by federal tax dollars, I guess, the program itself. And so these individuals came in and talked to our 6th graders and our 7th and 8th graders on what their attitude should be toward their bodies and relationships and goal setting and all that kind of thing.
The United States has the highest teen pregnancy rate in the Western world. Many policymakers feel that the most effective way to curb this is through abstinence-only programs. However, according to a study by Byrne and Huberman from the University of North Carolina at Charlotte, the disparity between our pregnancy rate and the rates of other developed nations can be attributed to the United States' comparative lack of readily available contraception and openness about teen sexuality.
We have such a huge statistic of teenage pregnancies, and I think they believe the best approach is to make sure that we are teaching abstinence.
50%, I would say, have decided to wait, and they really took what we were taught and benefited from it, and 50% decided to go ahead and have sex before marriage, and now they're dealing with consequences and stuff. So.
All educators just want teens to be safe, though differing opinions exist as to how this should be accomplished.
I feel, especially with teenagers, when you tell students or teenagers not to do something, they're probably going to do it. If we were to add birth control methods into the course curriculum, I would say that we still need to maintain the focus as abstinence being the only 100% way against all the consequences that we've presented in the course.
I think the sex education course ought to take a lot of time to help children to think through what they believe to be right and wrong, and in a controlled environment, so that when they're prepared to deal with those temptations that come along.
Rachel Collins, Fox 13 Magazine.